That's the team we're gonna choose. I knew I would get so attached. Promised that I would've never hit the road if I knew that you were coming back.
Next to some of the northernmost waters of the beautiful Chesapeake Bay, we're at M&T Bank Stadium near Baltimore's Inner Harbor. Today, our draw features two from the AFC between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. We've reached the halfway mark of the regular season. A lot of work left to do as we're away in Week 9. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Ready, ready, ready!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. Blocked by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Buffalo 18.
To the air, Taylor. His first throw is an interception. And the Bengals are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
Coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick six? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Running backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal.
Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready?
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He brings it in. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10.
Go, check, go.
Hand off to the back. He's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
19 light, Cougar 19.
Here's Taylor to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They go play action on first down. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
This is such the back and forth nature of this game that we all love. Defense is just infused with confidence. Back-to-back possessions, taking it away, and offensively, boy, you just feel like you're killing your team right now. Got to protect the football.
Hits his running back. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. Makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. It's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
Walker to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Ready, ready.
Throwing here, Walker. Into traffic, complete. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
60 Vikings, 6, Panther 11, Panther 11, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, 60 Bobcats, 60, Trap 60, Trap 60. Let's go.
Here's Walker. That's complete. Here's Jones. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. A pickup of 17. And the Bengals have a first down.
First down, Cincinnati. 19, let's go.
Before the snap, some early movement. Let's see which side gets tagged with the penalty. He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty.
Come on, come on. Set. Cowboy 80. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check out.
Running it after the penalty. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
5 still to go here. This is second down.
19, 70. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 79 Broncos. Ready.
Walker. Throws caught. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals parlay the interception into points. Daniel Jones with the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Bengals drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line. Got it. Ready?
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He'll get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
He can run it. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
That's just the case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
He put everything he had into this one. This is caught inside the 15. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens lower the deficit to a single possession. Geno Smith with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up to the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Walker setting up to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. We'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. caught just shy of the goal line. And they're going to have first and goal when we begin our second quarter. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. It's a 14-7 game. Back to the bank in just a moment. Welcome back. Second quarter about to start. Ravens with a chance for at least 3, maybe 6. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Now they'll try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Ravens tie things up at 14. After tying this game up, they're all set to center away. And he's going to field this one in the end zone without a return, so that's going to bring us out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Jones. His charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Cut 19, cut 19.
Back to throw, Walker. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off by Travis Hunter. Well, we all remember they were able to turn that first interception into a touchdown, and now they get a chance to do it again.
Yeah, takeaways are A1. We know that every defensive preaches it, but when you can...
He isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19. At the 46-yard line.
Last play sent him back across midfield here, 2nd and long. Looking to throw, Taylor. Setting up the running back screen. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm, and I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. You've set it downs for him from the 31.
10 at the 31-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther 11, 60 Maverick, Mustang 19, 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
Taylor now. Has him on the quick hitter. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
26-yard line.
19, Sharp, 50, Warriors, 18, Runner, 18.
They are throwing it again. Short pass brought in. Oh, it looked like he was going to have that first, didn't it? But after the stop, they're going to be a little bit short at the 22. 3rd and just 2 to go.
Tag! Viking 18! Cowboy 80!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up.
19 Lions! Buffalo 18, come 19! 19 tight, 19 tight! Ready?
They're going to try to throw for it. He finds him beyond the marker. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. The right call at the right time, Brock. Give him 9 and a successful conversion on 4.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
Right side, quick pass, complete. And they're going to get it to him after a gain of close to 5 as they send him out. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now it's Taylor. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Let's go. Step 19.
They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And they're not going to get it. Stop short of the line to gain. This is going to be 4th down now.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Has it in close. He's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a 1st and goal. So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More from M&T Bank Stadium coming up. Breaking the huddle, here's 1st and goal.
Ready. Bronco 80. Unlock line. Unlock lock. Bronco 80.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets in. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens get some late points and the lead. That one right down the middle. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bengals 14.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. I'll start with a give to Jones. And have him gain up about a handful there. Travis Hunter making that play. Bengals have to move here. Clock's running as they hustle the line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and
19. Warriors 17.
40-yard line.
Walker looking to throw. And we'll get it to Gavin Bartholomew. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
That's not a big completion on the stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Options are open here, and this is 2nd and inches.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
He finds him right side. And he gets back to the line, but no more. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I wish everybody had the opportunity to feel how fast that decision is made. With that RPO, it is a split second. And when you make the incorrect read, well, the play's busted up before it ever has a chance to start.
Come on. Panther 60. Panther 60. Cougar 19. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18.
Now Walker, flushed out of the pocket. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals earn the chance to tie before halftime. PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bengals tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Jackson now to return it. Making some progress here. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He picks him up about 4 yards there. Second down coming up. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, Taylor. Escapes the pocket. He gets 16 yards on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Timeout taken by the Ravens. That is their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Hey, kick back on ladies.
Here's Taylor to throw. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Bengals might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Well, we're watching a defense not just generate turnovers, but really add to them. A return like that, think about it. That's 4 or 5 plays that you just saved your offense from as they try to make that interception, yet another one, count.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
60. Here we go. Set. 19 Lions.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. They'll throw to begin this drive. Hits his running back. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, it's difficult on the defense.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Viking 18, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Throwing here, Walker. Looking underneath, it's Jones. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Past the 60, past the 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Go.
Walker to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Ready.
They give to Jones, right side. He cuts it back, and he's out the clear. He cuts it right sideline. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals grow the lead coming out of halftime.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens set it up 1st and 10. Handoff now out of the gun. And he's going to be hauled down after a gain of about 7. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. So that's going to go as a pickup of 36 yards. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
Let's go. Ready, ready.
Throwing, Taylor. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it sets up 2nd down.
70, Timberwolf. Warriors, 70.
Taylor. Chased out to his right. This to the back of the end zone. Oh, but he ran out of room. Incomplete.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket, keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Throw here, 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in. You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the track. And the kicker gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 11, Panther 11. Hey.
Throwing now off the play action. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up 2nd down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
70 Timberwolf. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Buffalo 18.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Completed over the middle. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Come on, set! Cougar 19! $60 Maverick! Hey, smash, bro, go!
Here's Walker. That's complete. Here's Jones. And he takes it up and across midfield into Ravens territory.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Ready!
Working now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He's going to keep this one. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. That goes for a gain of just 1. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Panther 60, Cougar 19! Ready.
1st and 10. Here's Jones. Escapes a defender. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw. Brought in. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
On the ready.
2nd and 3 now.
Let's go. 60, Cup 19. 18, Rattler, 18, trap 60.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
A loss of 3 yards. It's
19 right, Buffalo 18.
3rd and long.
60 Maverick, 79 Broncos. 18, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll air it out on 3rd. It's a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Cincinnati uses its second timeout. And they'll likely be very protecting of the only one they've got remaining. Field goal unit coming on. Looks like the Bengals will settle for 3. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Charging down the middle, and they block it! And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
That protection has got to be able to hold up for a few seconds. It has to. Those are points that aren't going on the board now, and wasted effort by their teammates to get them to this point.
First down, play action. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
Here we go.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Taylor buys time, rolling right. And they pick him off again. And the Bengals are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
4 picks, 1 game. Yeah, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. And he powers ahead for about 5, and it's going to be 2nd and 5.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, and really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Walker looking to throw. Completed to his running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 3rd
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Come 19, come 19. Let's go.
3rd down from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Charger, 19 Charger.
Running right, this is Jones. A lot of space ahead. And he'll bring it into the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens in very good field position as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Blown back, hit behind the line. That ball's loose. Now the Bengals have it. And he's going to return this to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals have likely locked up the win right there. I think they would have happily just taken the turnover, Brock, but how about the wherewithal of the defender to take it back for the score?
Yeah, that is a scoop and score in the definition of a splash play defensively. You don't just rip possession away from the offense, kind of rip their heart out too. You rip possession, you turn it into points, and now that beleaguered offense is going to have to get right back on the field.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals stretch their lead to 21.
Ravens 24.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Fights his way through a tackle. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scooch, here comes 2nd and 2. Throwing off the play fake. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover it.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
This one's caught. And he stops, give him about 7 on the play, and give his offense a 1st and goal.
Hot 70, hot 70.
That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. 4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Here's Taylor. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, okay? You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well. Okay, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, okay, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Stephanie! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! 18 Pioneer! 19 tight! 19 tight! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats!
They're going to pass it here. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Second down carry for Jones. And he's taken down, but he's got it to the 29. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Bengals have a first down.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Bengals.
Staying on the ground here with Jones. Football is out. And that bounces out before anyone can make a recovery. They're going to have this one inside the 10. Offense is set. First and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Staying on the ground with Jones. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk at second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Let's go now. 19 Charger, 19 Charger, 19.
They'll run now on second down. He runs it across. Touchdown. The Bengals making a 3-score game in the fourth. Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals grow the lead now to 22 points.
Ravens 30.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hold it ready.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Go.
Taylor now. Short pass brought in. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40.
Yards on the play.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38.
18 cards.
To the air, Taylor. Taking a chance to the end zone. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. Geno Smith with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And he has it in the end zone for 2, and that's going to chip away a little bit at that deficit. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
First down from the 42.
Come on. Set. Bronco 80.
Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And it is knocked away. A shot to the end zone, answered there by a strong defensive effort. Second down. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And he's going to try another deep one here. And it's